What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be doing our first new look rebuild of the series, starting with the Detroit Pistons today. Detroit Pistons obviously had the first pick in the draft, and they made a few free agency signings, so today we're doing a new look rebuild over them. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 20,000 subs, and your guys' subscription would mean the world to me. And other than that, man, let's just go ahead and jump into this new look Detroit Pistons rebuild today. If we take a look at the new look Detroit Pistons, Jeremy Grant obviously not very new. He's been on this roster. You got Cade Cunningham, who they drafted the number one pick. Kelly Olynyk, free agency signing. Honestly, pretty good value. He'll be a nice stretch big you want out there next to a guy like Cade Cunningham, who can kind of throw it out to him and whatever it may be. Josh Jackson, Saddiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, Killian Hayes, Saben Lee, Okafor, Trey Lyles, Isaiah Livers, Corey Joseph, Luke Garza, Sekou Doumbouya, and then Balza Copra. I don't know how to say this guy's name, but yeah, so they signed Kelly Olynyk. They also re-signed Saben Lee. They signed Trey Lyles, and then they signed re-signed Corey Joseph as well, and then Sekou Doumbouya is still down here as well. And they drafted Isaiah Livers. So there were some new additions to this roster overall. So when you look at the rotation right now as it sits, and honestly, I don't know how big of a role Sekou Doumbouya is going to have this year. I imagine he would be in the rotation, though. I really do. So I don't know who's on the outside looking in. Maybe it's Jahlil Okafor, to be honest with if we're completely honest with ourselves. They want to start Kelly Olynyk, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have Kelly Olynyk definitely. Actually, you know what I might do? This is what I'm going to do, actually. So we're going to have Kelly Olynyk move him back to center, and then because that's kind of where Kelly Olynyk's going to play. And then we're going to take Jahlil Okafor completely out of the rotation, just because I think that would probably be the guy on the outside looking in. So that'll fix that. And then what we need to do is take Okafor out of this rotation completely and replace it with Sekou Doumbouya, because I think, like I said, I think Sekou Doumbouya is going to have a role this year. Now, what kind of role will he have? I have no idea. I don't know how many minutes he'll be getting a night, but I just imagine that he will have a role. And I don't know if they're going to have Saben Lee come off the bench or Corey Joseph. Probably a combination of both. So we could throw Corey Joseph as the 10th guy. Don't know how big of a role Trey Lyles will have on this team. And other than that, man, this is kind of what I'm just going to run this year. So it's going to be like Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes in the backcourt together. Josh Jackson. Actually, not Josh Jackson. What are we doing? We want Saddiq Bey out there. So Saddiq Bey, going to be very important. Josh Jackson is the 6-man. Works for me. And then so Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes, Saddiq Bey, Jeremy Grant, Isaiah Stewart. And then Josh Jackson off the bench. Kelly Olynyk off the bench. Sekou Doumbouya, and Saben Lee. So I like that rotation quite a lot. The only thing I do want to mess with now is some shot tendency. So shot tendencies overall. Jeremy Grant shot tendency is very high up there. Love that. And then Cade Cunningham, we're going to definitely move that up a little bit to like an 80. And then Saddiq Bey, I definitely want to boost his up. Want him to take some shots. Maybe not as much as Cade Cunningham, but Cade Cunningham's will develop as we go. And then Isaiah Stewart, we're going to move that up a little bit. And other than that, Killian Hayes as well. We can, throw that up there to like a 67 or something like that, just to boost it up a little bit more. But other than that, guys, we're going to go ahead and select this first season, kind of see how things go. Not going to do much. I'm not going to stop at the trade deadline or anything. I think we're definitely going to address a Jeremy Grant trade in the offseason, or maybe we keep him throughout the video. I don't know. We're going to go ahead, though, simulate this first season and see how the Detroit Pistons roster does in 2K here. To say, a lot of us don't expect the Pistons to potentially make the playoffs, but they will be a ton of fun to watch this year as we finish up as a 12th seed in the East. MVP goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Cade Cunningham ends up as a rookie of the year with 25 points per game, 41% from the free, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. That's all you can want from a rookie like Cade Cunningham. Doug McDermott, 6th man, Giannis defensive player, and Chris Boucher, most improved, and Mike Budenholzer is your coach of the year. So yeah, like I said, we're not in the postseason, but hey, we'll definitely take a good year as we won 36 games. We'll definitely take that. And all fits first team, all fits the second team, and we're gonna have another lottery pick, which is gonna be absolutely awesome. So other than that, we get to see kind of who is going to win a championship here. But player stats real quick. We had 25 from Cade Cunningham, 20 points from Jeremy Grant, 12.5 from Saddiq Bey, and then 12 from Josh Jackson, 12 from Isaiah Stewart, 11 from Killian Hayes, 10, 6, 5, and then other than that, that's it. So let's go ahead and simulate the playoffs and kind of see who wins the championship here, as we got Milwaukee, Toronto, LA, Battle of LA, and the Clippers go on to win the championship, even though Kawhi is out for the season, I believe, on that roster. So, wow, the Clippers definitely had a really, yeah, Kawhi. Without Kawhi, they did that. So, they must have, I don't know what they did. They have, I thought that was Keldon Johnson for a second. Okay, well, this team just kind of went in, I guess. Paul George just absolutely went all the way. 29 points per game in the playoffs. I'm surprised they won it all, but okay. Well, let's get into this offseason. So, draft lottery time. Let's go ahead and see how lucky we're going to get in the lottery. So, we are projected, the 10th pick. Okay, I thought we were like the 14th seed, so I'm surprised we're only the 10th pick, but maybe we're higher than that. Actually, I think we're higher than that. We were 14, but I think we got like higher than that, like right at the end. So any chance we get lucky here? Probably not. 14th pick, we're going to go to Cleveland, skip, and we end up with pick number 11. So no, we didn't even get lucky. We went down one. So the 11th pick in the draft, we could use that. That's fine. Staff signing, Dwayne Casey, Sidney Lowe, Nori, and then we got a terrible trainer. So if we can get like an A trainer here, that'd obviously be very clutch because 3 training camps on a young team is going to be very, very beneficial for you. So with the 11th pick in the draft and a second rounder, is there anybody that I want to trade here? I know we could go for a Jeremy Grant trade right now, and I could see that happening. Do I want to do it though is the question, because if I'm trading Jeremy Grant, I don't want to take a guy like Tobias Harris on. I want first round picks or young players or somebody, or project player. I don't know. That's what I'm kind of feeling right now. So who would be able to offer that to me in the trade finder? I don't know. I see Jonathan Isaac, which is cool, but so we can trade 11 and Jeremy Grant for Jonathan Isaac. I'm not going to do that though. What else we got? Jeremy Lamb, Kieran Lewis Jr. Yeah, I mean, these are cool and all, but I think I might wait. I'm going to try to build my own trade if I do end up trading Jeremy Grant, but for now, I don't really see anything. KCP, Davis Bertans, yeah, we're going to chill on that. So we're just going to go ahead, jump into this 11 pick in the draft, and kind of see who we get. We might just take best available here. So at number 11, who is going to be left for us on the board? Draft summary, Chet Holmgren went number 1 to the Blazers. And then we actually might end up with a power forward here, actually, because Caleb Houston still on the board. Huntley Hatfield still on the board, so we could take a big man. We have Jabari Smith Jr., Dante. So Hatfield does make a ton of sense here. He is a big guy. I think Isaiah Stewart is a little undersized, so I mean, taking a center here might be valuable for us. So yeah, we could do that. We'll take a center just to kind of have a big center, option off the bench, just because, like I said, Isaiah Stewart, I believe, is a little undersized, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not going to worry about the second round pick. I don't really care who we come out with. So we take Huntley Hatfield and Kofi Cockburn. So we take 2 big men, it looks like. So welcome to the team. And then looking at it, yeah, Isaiah Stewart 6'8", which, there's centers that can play at 6'8", but at the same time, you definitely may want some size at times, depending on who you're having to guard in the playoffs or whatever it may be. Isaiah Stewart will accept his team player option. Then rookie signing, we signed both of them, right? Yep, we did. Okay. And then qualifying offers, we have none. So let's go straight to free agency. And free agency, we don't have any free agents. We might have cap space, though. We do. So we could throw, like, a bag at someone. But, I don't know if I'm going to do that this offseason. I think I might just kind of stay put and chill. So we have Cade Cunningham, Sabian Lee, Corey Joseph. Killian Hayes at the 2. Josh Jackson, Sadiq Bey. And then we have Jeremy Grant, Sekou Doumbouya, Trey Lyles. And then Isaiah Stewart, Kelly Olynyk, Okafor, Huntley Hatfield. So we have a lot of big men as of right now, so we could definitely make a change there. Okafor is still under contract. Wow, I thought he actually expired this offseason. He may have. It's just, you guys know how 2K is right now, because we're kind of, there's no start today option, so it's kind of a little, I mean, I don't want to say, like, it's just a little behind, like, the file is, I don't know, man. It's rough, because whatever. But let's go ahead and probably make a trade, because we have a lot of guys that we can't play. So not going to make a signing of free agency. What I kind of want to do is actually kind of look around the league and kind of see who's feeling like a trade. So we got the Rockets, who are rebuilding. They're not going to trade Jalen Green, which I'm not going to ask for Jalen Green, but I'm just kind of look at the Spurs actually made the postseason. The Suns did not make the playoffs, and they, paid Chris Paul a bunch of money. Mikal Bridges, I'd love to get my hands on Mikal Bridges, but I don't think the Suns would trade him to me unless we gave up a lot. What else we got? And then maybe the Suns don't want to pay Mikal Bridges. You guys know how I felt about Mikal Bridges. I love him. So, what else we got? So, Mikal Bridges is kind of at the top of my list. Kelly Oubre on the Hornets. They didn't even end up getting any close to anything. Jay Washington would be interesting. What else we got? Paul Ventura. Kings have Rashawn Holmes, Buddy Hield, Halliburton. The Knicks didn't make the playoffs with Kemba Walker being over there. Damn, okay. And then the Lakers, LeBron James. Okay, we're not going to do anything. Lakers. All right. I think, and then there's the Pacers, but they don't have anybody young that I'd really want. Maybe Miles Turner, but I think what I want to do is maybe make a trade with, I guess, the Raptors, but they made the playoffs. So I'm going to try to grab Mikal Bridges. Actually, I mean, we have Sadiq Bey, so maybe we should just try to dump off some of these guys. So let's say we traded Okafor. Well, maybe not Okafor. What do you need to do, man? I'm trying to figure out what is the best route to go with this team. So Josh Jackson, Sadiq Bey is cool. Jeremy Grant, we could keep him, which I think I will. I think we'll trade him later on. But I think the only thing I really want to do is maybe just get rid of Okafor. And then that's it, I guess. And then maybe Josh Jackson. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Let me make a trade, though, to kind of free up some minutes for some of the guys that aren't going to get any minutes. That way, we can kind of have something going for this roster going forward. And the only thing I'm going to do with Okafor is just release him, just because he is on a $2 million contract, so it's not going to hurt us too much. So Okafor is going to be gone. We're just going to cut some players just because there's no need to have everybody here. And Josh Jackson's on a 1-year deal, and I'm not sure how much money he's going to want. I'm kind of, debating on trading him right now just because Isaiah Livers is developing. He could kind of be the backup small forward there, although he is 25 already, but I mean, that's fine, I guess. Sekou Boya, Jeremy Grant, I like that at the power forward combination, and Huntley, Hatfield, Olynyk. We'll figure out what to do there eventually. And then right now, the guard situation is fine. Maybe get a backup shooting guard. Maybe move Jackson to the backup 2 instead of just, maybe we could just do that. Maybe just a free, yeah. Maybe we could just do that. That'd just be, actually, he goes down quite a bit. What about Livers? Yeah, I guess we could move Livers there or whatever. So we'll have that, I guess. We won't do anything else. So player progression, though, treats us very well. And we're also going to have 3 training camps to use here. So this is going to be very, very important to use as well. So going to untapped potentials, this is going to be awesome to have because 3 training camps helps you out a lot, especially with the young team. So let's make sure we load the right draft class. And then training camps, untapped potential-wise, we're going to throw this one at Killian Hayes. We're going to throw the last one at, or the second one at Sadiq Bey. We're going to throw this last one probably at we want to throw a Sekou Mboya, or do we want to throw it at like Isaiah Stewart, who is going to be a starter? I think we might throw it at Sekou Mboya, because why not? So let's go ahead and power ranking lesson number 25. So we have Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes in the backcourt, Sadiq Bey, Jeremy Grant still here, Isaiah Stewart, Josh Jackson as a 6-man, Saban Lee, Kelly Olynyk, Sekou Mboya. So right now, Huntley Hatfield isn't getting any minutes. He's just kind of going to sit out this year. Isaiah Livers isn't either. There's still a trade that I could make on the horizon. I'm not sure when I would make that trade, but I'm just going to go ahead and stay patient and simulate this second season. Maybe we stop at the trade deadline and kind of, capitalize on Jeremy Grant's value, who is going to be a 1-year deal in the offseason. So it might be beneficial to capitalize on his value as a half-year contract, and then like another 1 year on top of that. So let's go ahead though, simulate the end of this season. If I stop the trade deadline to trade Jeremy Grant, I'll let you guys know. In the season, we end up getting the A seed in the East. We finally made the, well, I guess not finally, but we did make the playoffs here. So that's actually kind of fun to, be in the postseason. So all NBA first team, got Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Ja, Trae Young, all NBA second team, and here's your all NBA third team. So 8th seed going up against Orlando Magic at 40 and 42, so a little bit under 500. We had 22 from Cade Cunningham, 17 from Killian Hayes, 17 from Jeremy Grant. I decided to wait on a Jeremy Grant trade. It's going to be this offseason when I trade him, I think. So 15 for Sadiq Bey, 13, and then 12, 9, and 8, and 5. So here we are against Orlando. I don't know if Orlando has any business being that good here in 2K, but they are. So I guess we can go ahead and slowly current round and see if we upset them somehow. We win 7 games or 3 games on them, so that's actually a really good sign. So I think this next season though is when we really should start to try to contend here. So Pascal Siakam is your finals MVP. So we kind of have found out that we're a pretty good team. So going to the draft lottery, I think this pick is not going to go to us this year. I think it's going to go to someone else, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, we do have our draft pick at number 17. Okay, so Dwayne Casey is still the head coach, which is fine by me. Head scout, I guess we can go ahead and sign Elvin Stewart. So let's go to the draft now. So we do have number 16 in the draft. So I could, or number 17, I should say. Jeremy Grant at number 17. Let me just throw that out there. And Lonzo Ball pops up. Jarrett Allen, Josh Richardson, Frank. Let's see what else we got. Gobert, Noah Dewell, Taylor Tucker, Miles Turner, OG Anunoby, Christian Wood, Jakob Poeltl, Cameron Payne, Lil Dort, Norman Powell, Klay Thompson. Okay, I don't see anything that crazy. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to trade Jeremy Grant alone. He's on a 1-year deal. And yeah, we just made the playoffs, but I think it would be beneficial to try to take advantage of some of his value and maybe grab some firsts here for him or something along the lines of that. Maybe get 1 first from the Pelicans here, 2023 swap best. So we could maybe do something like that. He is on a 1-year deal, so his value will be a little bit less than it should be. Let's try to snag that number 1 pick. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see if we can get 2 firsts out of New Orleans. They want a 2022 first, which is my this year first, and they're gonna give me 2 firsts in the future. No thanks on that. I will give you maybe let's see what else we got. Can I throw, not Saban Lee? Yeah, there's no one I really want to throw in this trade. So I guess we could throw in like a couple seconds maybe, and then you give me 2 firsts. They want my 2022 pick, and they're gonna be 3 firsts. So basically We trade 1 first for 3 firsts in the future. We're Jeremy Grant and 2 set. I mean, we get 3 firsts for the future, I guess. This is kind of a complicated trade, but I'm going to do it just because we do take advantage of Jeremy Grant's value. And yeah, we did trade our 17th pick in the draft in order to, I guess, get 3 firsts for the future, which is cool and all. But, I mean, it was only the 17th pick, and I don't know how much they would have made a difference in the rotation. So, rookie signing, nothing. Player options, we're going to accept all of these. Then qualifying offers, we have none. And then for free agency, we have some money we could throw at somebody. So Josh Jackson, I don't think I'm going to re-sign him. Luka Doncic, you want to come to Detroit? Oh my goodness, Crispy would have a freaking meltdown if that happened. Sadiq Bey, Sekou Doumbouya, and Isaiah Stewart, Huntley Hatfield, Willie, Hernan Gomez, Kelly Olynyk, and Kofi Cockburn. So a lot going on as far as the center spot is concerned. So what do I want to do here? Small forward, Sadiq Bey. So I mean, looking for a power forward, a replacement power forward would be ideal. I don't know what kind of free agency. Jaren Jackson would be awesome here at the power forward spot. Don't know how possible that is to get Jaren Jackson here. I imagine the Grizzlies will match every offer he has thrown. But we'll see. Maybe we can find a way to snag him up. So power forward spot right now would be Marvin Bagley as well, Aaron Gordon, Lauri Markkanen, which only power forward I'm really interested in be Jaren Jackson. DeAndre Ayton, we got Robert Williams, Mitchell Robinson, Wendell Carter. Okay, so free agency, not a whole lot going on. Luka Doncic still somebody. So do I get Jaren Jackson or are they going to match? Yeah, they match my offer sheet, which makes sense. So we'll go ahead and skip past. Well, we're not going to re-sign Corey Joseph either. I'm trying to make a decision on like how I kind of want to go about things. So I think we're going to have to probably use the trade finder. We did get 3 firsts. So trades is going to be how we make our money here. So we have a lot of centers. So what power forward can we snag? I mean, I really wanted the Grizzlies power forward. So they just signed him. Could I snag away, or could I find a way get Jaren Jackson and maybe like a sign and trade type of deal? I don't know. Let me see if I can find a way to snag him up. They've agreed to my offer. I did give up quite a bit, but hey, it's fine. Jaren Jackson for Willie, Kelly Olynyk, 2 firsts, Kofi Cockburn, and Saben Lee. So yes, we did kind of get rid of our backup point guard, Saben Lee, but hey, the starting 5 looks a lot better now. So we have Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes, Isaiah Livers, Sadiq Bey, Jaren Jackson, Sekou Doumbouya, and then Isaiah Stewart, Brandon Huntley Hatfield. So this rotation is a lot younger, all pretty much on the same timeline as well. So this team is going to have the opportunity to grow together, which makes me even more excited. And then we're probably might still have cap space because the only player getting paid on our roster is Jaren Jackson. So that makes me think that we could maybe go after like a Mikal Bridges, but I don't think I'm going to do that. So point guard. So we need a backup point guard and a backup, either a backup point guard or a backup small forward, essentially. So let's see what would be available. So Marcus Smart as a backup point guard would be, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. So what else we got? DiVincenzo. And there's Mikal Bridges, which I do love Mikal Bridges, which would be a lot of fun if I did snag him up as a nice 3-and-D, either starting or off the bench. Miles Bridges as well. But I think I am going to go ahead and offer Mikal Bridges a contract. Why not? Let's offer him like a 4-year deal. Why not? Let's sign him. Just kidding. They matched. Okay, so we don't get Mikal Bridges. Marcus Smart kind of spits Detroit basketball to me just because, you know, bad boys kind of thing. But I don't know, man. He is kind of 28 years old. And I don't think we should be paying Marcus Smart this much money. 20 million. It's kind of, you know, we do want to make a run though. So it could be nice to have Marcus Smart's leadership and defense off the bench. I could see that in a way. So maybe we go ahead and sign Marcus Smart to like a 2-year deal just to kind of have him be that veteran off the bench. Yeah, I kind of like that. So Marcus Smart's going to back up Cade Cunningham. And I guess last but not least, we could also re-sign Josh Jackson to like a 1-year type thing and just be kind of cool with it. So we'll have Josh Jackson come back and we are ready to make our run at the postseason and potentially even the championship, depending on how things go for us. So yeah, that's going to be, this has definitely been a fun rebuild thus far. So player progression, Cade Cunningham, Jaren Jackson, of course, next to him now, Killian Hayes, 87, Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Smart, going to be a nice veteran backup. And then going into training camps, we still have 3 untapped potential camps that we can use, which is going to be very, very beneficial to us. So untapped potential, we're going to throw at Killian Hayes. Throw this other one at Huntley Hatfield because he might be in the starting 5 this year. I'm not sure because 2K might want to start him. And then we'll throw Sadiq Bey, the last one. And then going into, we are landing at power ranking number 10. So starting 5, nope, they still want to start Isaiah Stewart, which is fine. So Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes, Sadiq Bey, Jaren Jackson, Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Smart is the 6th man, Huntley Hatfield, Isaiah Livers, and Sekou Doumbouya. So proficiency-wise, we're a 4-star at balance. Do we go up anywhere? We do at perimeter centric. Wow, okay. So we could be a 4.5-star perimeter centric, but I've never seen that before. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and do it. So perimeter centric is going to be our proficiency. I forgot what the word was for a second. So perimeter centric, man, let's go ahead and simulate season number 3. This is going to be the final season. We got to hope and pray we make it to the playoffs and we're a contender here in the East. Jokic ends up being your MVP again. So he's won 2 MVPs in his career now. One on 2K and one in real life. So Dwayne Casey, coach of the year, 62-20, which is what we wanted to see. I should have looked at all NBA teams, but I'm just excited again this postseason. So we had 25 from Cade Cunningham. Jaren Jackson with 22. So kind of that second co-star. They're pretty much close as far as age is concerned. Because like I said, this team's going to end up growing together. Obviously, we're not going to keep simulating, but it is definitely fun that we had a good roster. So 62-20. Going up against the Brooklyn Nets, we have Kyrie, Harden, KD, Covington, and Drummond. Okay, so very nice roster for Brooklyn. Do we end up losing to them? And no, we don't. We beat them in 6, so that's good. Now we get to play the Miami Heat, who also had a good roster, but they no longer have Kyle Lowry. He must have retired, or he's just down here like crazy. Nope. Okay. So going up against Miami, O'Shea Brissett, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. I mean, we just beat the Brooklyn Nets for crying out loud. So hopefully Miami, as I say that, they're up 2-0 on us. So let's not, okay, do this to me today. So can we win game 3? Yes. Can we win game 4? No, we're down 3-1. So, all right. Well, we're going to have to make a 3-1 comeback here. For some reason, Miami is just better. So can we come back? And it is a very close game, but it looks like Miami is about to send us out of the postseason. So unfortunately for us, we're not going to win a championship today. We lose in 5 games to Miami, which is really annoying as the Minnesota Timberwolves go on to win the championship. So, at the end of the day, though, we put together a very, very, very fun roster, and I'm excited about the Pistons' future, man. They're going to be a lot of fun to watch this season. Let me know what you guys thought of the rebuild we did today. Definitely leave a like if you enjoyed it. But for now, go ahead and comment what other team we should do tomorrow. But for now, this is Crushables, and